Vanakkam and Namaskaram. Happy morning and a warm welcome to Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Award Ceremony. Kumaraguru Institution celebrates the inspiring life of our legendary founder, Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Ayya, an epitome of simple living and high thinking, who embraced the Gandhian ideals and the spiritual path of Vallalar throughout his life. He pulled in strong business acumen with dedicated social responsibility and established one of the largest business groups in South India, the Shakti Group of companies operating in sugars, automobile, finance, textile, power, logistics and IT services, among others. Arutchelvar Ayya strongly believed that educational institutions act as enablers for the society, leading to an empowered and socially conscious humanity. He established more than 35 educational institutions which collectively nurture over 30,000 students annually in the fields of arts, science, commerce, polytechnic studies, engineering, agriculture, management, and corporate training. Kumaraguru institutions, established in 1984 with the inception of Kumaraguru College of Technology, have since diversified with academic portfolio with KCT Business School instituted in 2005, Kumaraguru Institute of Agriculture founded in 2014, Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science in 2018, and Kumaraguru School of Business in 2022, and form an integral part of the Shakti Group. We at Kumaraguru take Ayya's legacy forward and celebrate the Founders' Day every year in the month of March. The year 2024 marks the 101st birth anniversary of Ayya, and the thought behind this celebration is to inspire students, staff, visitors, guests, and the general public to emulate the ideals and values of Arutchelvar Ayya. In those lines, Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Award was instituted in honor of Ayya in the year 2014 to recognize the eminent accomplishments of illustrious individuals who have made a significant impact in the society and have fostered outstanding growth in the national, industrial, social, and cultural arenas that were closely associated with Arutchelvar Ayya's vision, work, and life. With this note, we commence the proceedings of Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Award Ceremony. I invite Ms. Sangeeta, Ms. Akshaya, and Ms. Saubi Hayden from Band Agrata to invoke the blessings of the Almighty. May I request the gathering to please rise for the invocation, followed by Tamil Thai Varthu.
Ganapati Charanam Charanam Kalinire Ganapati Charanam Charanam Gajamukha Gunapati Charanam Charanam Kalinire Ganapati Charanam Charanam Gajamukha Gunapati Charanam Charanam Kalinire Ganapati Charanam Charanam Silai Malayudayavar Charanam Charanam Shiva 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 Charanam Charanam Silai Malayudayavar Charanam Charanam Shiva 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 Charanam Charanam Ulai varum oru pare Charanam Charanam Ulai varum oru pare Charanam Charanam Ume Shivayam Egai Charanam Charanam Kalinire Ganapati Charanam Charanam நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அது சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழுமை திரும்பி எந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
Thank you, students. Gratitude and reverence are the fairest blossoms that spring from the soul. As a mark of our deep respect and gratitude, may we request the dignitaries on the dais to pay floral tributes to our founder Ayya, whose visionary spirit continues to guide us. Thank you, dignitaries. An eminent thought leader who values collective intelligence, recognizes the strength of diversity and inclusivity, aligns organizations with meaningful missions and values, fosters a culture of growth and mentors the team to have a global outlook. Our respected joint correspondent, Sri Shankar Vanavarayar, is a transformative millennial leader whose visionary approach is now transcending frontiers in the educational ecosystem. May we request you, sir, to welcome the August gathering.
It's my immense pleasure and honor to welcome each one of you to this indeed warm morning. My vanakkam, namaskaram and greetings to all of you present here. The Honorable Justice Thiru M.M. Sundaresh from the Supreme Court of India, Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad, Founder President, MIT Group of Institutions, Chairman, Correspondent, Mrs. Ushavi Karadji, members of the families of our guests, Mrs. Shubha Sundaresh, family members of Dr. Karad, Mrs. Usha, Mrs. Swati, Dr. Suchitra, and all of you present here, our special guests who have come here, our previous awardees, ladies and gentlemen, most specifically our faculty and students, media, our invitees, and all of you here, I want to extend a wonderful warm welcome. This is a very important moment in our lives, but certainly for this campus, this is an important day of the year, important moment. We are in the year when we are marking and celebrating the 101st birth year of our founder. We grandly celebrated the centenary of our founder, Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam, last year. Ayya's life continues to be an enigma, an inspiration, and one that pushes us beyond what our daily routine is. Our founder's vision and mission is certainly our saga, and this is what we live and work for. The impact on lives through policy, education, entrepreneurship, literature, philanthropy, philosophy, spirituality, and social impact is legendary. For us, every year during the Founders' Day, the Founders' Week, or the whole year, it is very important that we celebrate his life. And sometimes celebrating great lives is also reminding us how great our lives can be. As always, this is a moment which, as I said, is an important part of the calendar. For such a significant moment, it is very important for us to celebrate people of significance. Today we are celebrating two aspects. We have with us somebody from this region, somebody from, like some of you would say, from the littlest of hamlets from the Erode region, somebody who today sits in Delhi, sits as a leader for this country, sits to remind us of what an honorable, professional, and impactful life is. We are very honored, and it's our pleasure to have our chief guest of the day, the Honorable Justice Shri Sundaresh, with us today. I welcome you, sir, on behalf of everybody. When I visited him in Delhi, when you were going to meet such a tall personality, and that too a justice in the Supreme Court of India, I was preparing myself to meet certainly a tall man, but certainly a gentleman who is erudite, but I never thought I will meet a person who, in many ways, I felt was younger, or certainly somebody who had to check in Google to say what his age was. And he said, this is not very uncommon that people ask him this, but what surprised me was the fact that he was kind. At the same time, he certainly reminded me of the illustrious position that he holds. He readily agreed to come, and today morning he has taken a flight at 4 o'clock to be here, and he returns back to duty. Ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow students, I think it's very, very important for us to acknowledge and thank our chief guest for being here. We're all gathered here for a significant moment. We're all gathered here, as I said, this is the time we remember our founder. This is the time that we want to remind ourselves of our lives and the possibilities that his vision reminds us. The Dr. Arutchelvar and Mahalingam Award has been bestowed on many illustrious people over the last many years. This award was, in fact, instituted when our founder was there, and he wanted to acknowledge, celebrate the lives of people who he felt were inspired. There have been many illustrious people, including Sri A.V. Varadarajan, who is amongst us, who himself is an institution builder, and he himself reminds us of a great personality of Coimbatore, who I had a lot of regard and respect for. But this year, being the year that we just crossed the centenary, it was very important for us to look at a personality, a luminary, a leader that India looks at as an example, as an inspiration. We naturally set upon thinking near, but also far. When we studied many people, many personalities, one of the people who came out as a legend, as a legendary life, and a great impactful person is our awardee for the day, first I should say Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karaji, who is a person in his lifetime who has created phenomenal impact, starting from a simple background in a little town, serving 20 years as a professor, becoming a founder, creating an educational ecosystem and a revolution in the state of Maharashtra. Today, there are 50,000 students and multiple things. But yesterday, he said, this is what was given to me, or God, fate, or ecosystem, or society made me to do. But he looks at himself as somebody who is a devout person, who's a philosophical person, as a person who celebrates the greatness of India. While we were having dinner with him yesterday, we realized there were so many commonalities, similarities, and certainly we were reminded of our founder in multiple ways. Today, Dr. Karad, this is a celebration of our founder's life, and we see you and we celebrate your greatness. Thank you very much for being here. To all the young people gathered here, once again a special welcome to you. But I want to tell you that these are moments that you will never know how it will spark, invoke, and inspire your lives. I want to welcome you specially to this moment because great people should be celebrated, great people should be awarded, great people should be acknowledged. But not for them, but it's for us. We have an opportunity to remember. We have an opportunity to be inspired, to revere great lives. Because great lives remind us of our greatness, our potential for greatness. I want you to think about how this next 1 hour will be a moment where you will remind yourselves of a life of our founder, of the life and living of our special guests on the dais. This is a very important time for all of us. Once again, I want to welcome all of you and close with saying it is the will and the vision and the wisdom of great leaders, great lives, including our founder, that will govern us to ensure that we have phenomenal impact and a great impact coming out of this institution. Welcome all of you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, sir, for those inspiring words and extending a warm welcome. Moving on, I request our respected joint correspondent, Sri Shankar Vanavrayar, to honor Honorable Justice Thiru M.M. Sundaresh. Thank you, sir. May I request our esteemed correspondent, Sri M. Balasubramaniam, to honor Professor Dr. Vishwanath T. Karad. Thank you, sir. A truly outstanding institution can achieve holistic excellence when its very foundation is deeply rooted in a strong bedrock of ethics and values. At Kumaraguru, this commitment is exemplified through the visionary leadership of our esteemed chairman, Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavrayar, who draws inspiration from the timeless wisdom of Swami Vivekananda and Mahatma Gandhi, and has consistently championed their ideals to nurture and guide our budding talents and played a pivotal role in spearheading the establishment of Gandhian Study Center and the Mahatma Gandhi Study Center at Kumaraguru, reflecting his unwavering commitment to holistic education, prioritizing the development of ethical values and character alongside academic excellence. The prestigious invitation from Pope John Paul II to attend the Day of Prayer for Peace in the World at the Vatican City in recognition of his global perspective and secular credentials, the statues of Swami Vivekananda and Mahakavi Bharatiyar commissioned by our esteemed chairman at our MVB foyers, and the establishment of Mahatma Gandhi Memorial at Pothanur under the guidance of our chairman reflect his consistent and profound efforts to shape the moral compass of the future global citizens. May we invite you, sir, to deliver the presidential address.
The most distinguished dignitaries on and off the dais, our honored guests, the families of the awardee and the chief guest, distinguished members of the faculty, and my dear student. As was mentioned in the welcome address, this is a very important day for us. For that matter, for every institution, the Founders' Day is easily a day which is very close to all of us. All that you see around is just a dream of one man. And today it has blossomed into what it is. So we've assembled here to offer gratitude to that great visionary leader. The whole week is dedicated to him. There are very many celebrations happening. And one is this award ceremony. We have instituted an award in the name of our illustrious founder, and we give that award to somebody who is most deserving. And we have in the past honored many illustrious personalities, and today we are here to honor our professor who has come all the way from Pune with his family. Thank you, sir, for having come all the way. And to be the chief guest, we have our Honorable Justice of the Supreme Court, a sitting judge, note it, not a retired judge. For a sitting judge to move away from Delhi and come all the way is not easy. He has come this morning from Delhi and is returning back to Delhi this evening because tomorrow he has to go to the court. In spite of all that, if he had come here, it is because of his respect and admirations for our founder. He belongs to our region and is very familiar with our founder and all of us for that matter. So we are extremely thankful to you and your gracious wife who have come all the way, sir, for this our function. Now, what determines the stature of an award? What determines the stature of an award? Who gives the award, and to whom it is being given, and in whose name it is given, and who were the previous recipients, and in whose presence it is done? All this go to decide the stature of an award. The award is given by the Kumaraguru institutions in the name of its founder, the great Arutchelvar, to the professor and the previous awardees. You would have noticed in the invitation who they were. All great people. And one, Mr. Varadaj, please stand up, sir. Give a hand to Mr. Varadaj. If you have a codicia in Coimbatore, it goes to the credit of this one man. And in whose presence we are giving? In the presence of the Justice of the Supreme Court. Look how young and handsome he is. And the gracious wife, would you mind standing up, Amma, for a minute? Please rise. Can you imagine this is the wife of the Justice? I thought you were a student in our college. That goes to show how old we are becoming. Then, about the chief guest, as I told you, is born in Erode. And he's going to address you all. And he asked me whether he can speak in Tamil. எந்த மொழியில் அவர் பேசினா நீங்கள் விரும்புவீங்க, ஆங்கிலத்திலையா தமிழ்லையா? How many of you want him to speak in English, the Justice? Please lift your hands. Hardly two. How many of you like the Justice speak in Tamil? Please lift your hands. Sir, the judgment is there. Now the judge has to go by the judgment. Sometimes it happens that way. Then He studied in Loyola College. I studied at the Loyola College. And the founder studied in the Loyola College. It looks to be an alumni of the Loyola College here. Very happy, sir, you have come all the way. And please, about our founder, as was said, we are celebrating the 101st birth anniversary of that great Gandhian and a true Sanmargi. I have no time to elaborate on all that. He had been in the Congress movement all throughout his life. He was in the state legislature for 3 terms. And he was in the State Planning Commission. When governments changed, parties changed, Arutchelvar continued. So he was acceptable to all parties in Tamil Nadu because of what he was. So that's one thing. Like our awardee, he was also a very big industrialist and an educationalist. Can you imagine one man started 35 education institutions in one lifetime? 40,000 students, and you few are one among the 40,000 students. Sir, in this campus alone, there are 8,000 students. Only these few are fortunate to be here today. And he is an engineer to begin with, born in a small, remote, rustic village. In a very humble way, he started his career and rose to what he is today. And he was impacted by the great Saint Dhyaneshwar, Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi, and Saint Francis of Assisi. He has built a circular construction in his campus, and the diameter of that dome is the largest in the world. And there he has erected statues of 54 great men belonging to all religions, all faiths and philosophers, scientists, all in one place. I wish we could show the video, there's no time. Another thing, he has received many awards. Many awards. And if he has come all the way here to accept this humble little award, it is all because of the impact he had for our founder. He read the life of our founder and he said, I'm coming. Otherwise, can you imagine flying down all the way from Maharashtra to here? He also is returning back tomorrow. So this is what the thing is all about. And sir, a brief introduction to you, sir, about the institution that is giving you the award. It has 3 campuses, 5 institutions, 45 programs, 35,000 plus students, and 35,000 plus alumni, all spread in a 150-acre campus with all modern facilities, and is ranked among some of the best engineering colleges of in the nation. You must be proud for that, for which you have to give a hand for that. So, I'm extremely happy that we have found the right person to give this award, and in the presence of the Honorable Justice of the Supreme Court, I welcome all of you and wish you all a very happy day. And you're going to listen to 2 wonderful speeches. One by the Justice of the Supreme Court, another by the awardee. And I'm sure you'll all be inspired by that. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, sir, for reflecting on the visionary life of our founder and the significance of this esteemed award.
In the chronicles of Indian history, there emerges an illustrious son of the soil, whose life echoes with a boundless vision, profound impact, and commitment to living that transcends generations. This is the story of Arutchelvar, Dr. N. Mahalingam. Dr. N. Mahalingam, affectionately known as Arutchelvar, embarked on a visionary journey guided by the enduring values instilled by his revered father, Sri Nachimuthu Kaundar, towards the creation of the Shakti Group of companies, a titan in South India's business landscape. His vision stretched far beyond the horizon, envisioning a world where harmony, prosperity, and interdependence reign supreme. A true visionary who carried the twin torches of Gandhian values and Vallalar's philosophy, Dr. N. Mahalingam effortlessly straddled diverse realms from science to spirituality, economics to ecology, tradition to modernity. Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Award has been instituted to recognize the accomplishments of eminent individuals who have fostered outstanding growth in national, industrial, social and cultural aspects that were associated with Arutchelvar Ayya's vision, work and life. In 2014, the award was bestowed upon entrepreneur, educationist and philanthropist Sri Parani G. Periyasamy and entrepreneur and institution builder Sri A.V. Varadarajan. The following year, in 2016, the award celebrated the distinguished educationist Dr. K. Armugam. In 2017, India's first international chess master, Sri Manuel Aaron, was honored with the Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Award. The year 2018 saw entrepreneur and promoter of international relations Thiru G.D. Gopal and eminent Tamil scholar Avvai Nadarajan being recognized for their contributions. In 2022, Dr. Venu Srinivasan, chairperson of TVS Motor Company, was honored with Arutchelvar Dr. Mahalingam Award in recognition of his outstanding leadership in the automotive industry and his commitment to driving innovation and sustainability.
Arutchelvar was not just somebody who was older to me, he was a very important man, a man of great standing. He is multifaceted individual, which I will speak about. But we had a great friendship which was based on my respect and admiration and for him and the inspiration that he derived. And today I consider this award as a direct blessing from him.
For the year 2024, Kumaraguru Institutions is pleased to confer Professor Dr. Vishwanath D. Karad, President, MIT Group of Institutions, with Arutchelvar Dr. Mahalingam Award for his unparalleled contribution to interfaith, universal brotherhood, value-based education, and human welfare. These illustrious recipients of the Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Award embody the ethos of visionary leadership and societal impact, inspiring others to strive for excellence and contribute towards building a better tomorrow.
That was an inspiring audiovisual journey on the transformative vision of Arutchelvar Ayya's life and the far-reaching significance of the award established in his honor. Next up, we have a short AV showcasing the extraordinary accomplishments of Professor Karad, delving into the profound impact of his work on the humanity at large.
The life and times of luminaries are difficult to encapsulate within a few words. This becomes even more difficult when the luminary has ensured the upliftment of not only individuals but also of society itself. Revered Professor Dr. Vishwanath D. Karad is an example of vision, determination, creativity, and humility. The education boom that India is witnessing, on the basis of which we may realize our national ambitions, can be credited to individuals like Dr. Vishwanath Karad, who were the pioneers of ensuring quality access to higher education for all. With his idol being Swami Vivekanand, Dr. Vishwanath Karad has strived throughout his life to be able to live up to his ideals. In the pursuit of the fulfillment of that mission, Dr. Vishwanath Karad has ensured the education of lakhs of students involved in every branch of knowledge, the growth of quality educational institutes, as well as the deepening of the global knowledge pool. And yet, these are not his greatest accomplishments. His greatest accomplishment is the inculcation of a value system within the students, and indeed all his faculty, which stresses on good behavior, service to the nation, and the propagation of peace and harmony wherever on the globe MITians have reached. Simply stated, he has single-handedly synthesized the traditions of our ancestors with the spirit of today to create the world of tomorrow. Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir's journey begins in a small village, not unlike the thousands in present-day Maharashtra. Having come from a devout Varkari family, Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir's formative years were spent imbibing the teachings of the great philosopher saints Shri Jnaneshwar and Sant Tukaram. He eventually successfully pursued a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. The first step of his momentous journey was an article he wrote for the daily Maharashtra Times on the 14th of April 1981, detailing his thoughts about the paucity of engineering colleges within Maharashtra. Afterward, he spent time meeting people who could help him in his journey and met Shri Vasant Dada Patilji, then the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, among others. With their blessings and of many others, Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir embarked on the first step of his meaningful journey. In 1983, the government of Maharashtra finally granted permission to establish 8 private unaided colleges. Using the land bestowed by the Ghaisas family, the Maharashtra Institute of Technology Engineering College, under the Maharashtra Academy of Engineering, Education and Research, known as MAIR, was formally opened on the 5th of August 1983. Today, the MIT Group provides education under the umbrella of 4 universities, including Dr. Vishwanath Karad MIT World Peace University, Art, Design and Technology University, and Avantika University in the fields of engineering, management, pharmacy, marine engineering, design and food, among many others. At any given point of time, more than 54,000 students are pursuing various courses in over 72 institutes spread all across India. The culmination of this meaningful journey is the magnificent dome dedicated to world peace, conceptualized, designed, planned and executed by Professor Dr. Karad himself at Vishwa Raj Bagh, Pune. This monument, erected in the name of the great philosopher saints Jnaneshwar and Tukaram, conveys the message of peace and humanity as envisaged by Professor Dr. Karad. This foundation, laid by revered Professor Dr. Vishwanath D. Karad, will continue to bear fruit beyond the present generations.
Thank you, Department of Communication Services, for those inspiring AVs showcasing the vision of our founder and the exemplary life of Professor Karad. Ladies and gentlemen, Kumaraguru Institutions takes great pleasure in bestowing upon Professor Dr. Vishwanath D. Karad the prestigious Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Award in recognition of his exemplary contributions. To commence this momentous occasion, I extend a warm invitation to our celebrated poet and writer and the founder of the NGO Small Differences, Ms. Shobana Kumar, to read the citation of this esteemed award.
Dignitaries on and off the days, special invitees, students and faculty, it is a moment of immense honor and a great privilege for me to read out the citation of the Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Award conferred on Professor Dr. Vishwanath D. Karad ji. Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Award conferred on Professor Dr. Vishwanath D. Karad, Founder President, MIT Group of Institutions, Pune, for his unparalleled contributions to education, interfaith harmony, and universal brotherhood. His pioneering work in spearheading an education revolution through the implementation of a value-based universal education system and world peace worthy of emulation by educationists all around the world, imparting the ideals of the world's greatest spiritual leaders, Saint Sri Jnaneshwar, Swami Vivekananda, and Saint Francis of Assisi to innumerable students and enlighten their lives. Establishing 60 educational institutions and 5 universities with universal time-tested values and nurturing youth into global citizens, and his illuminating work as UNESCO Chair for Human Rights, Democracy and Peace, 1998. Conceptualizing a visionary architectural roadmap for the holy town of Pandharpur, and his pioneering work in creating a clean, healthy, environmentally vibrant ecosystem at pilgrim centers at Alandi and Dehu on the banks of the sacred river Indrayani. Envisioning the Gandhian model of a self-sustaining village that combines welfare, sport, health, education and culture, and rebuilding a Lord Sri Ram temple, a mosque and a dargah in Khwaja and Rameshwar respectively, and infusing the spirit of universal brotherhood. Instituting the one-of-its-kind interfaith Warkari and Sufi movements together to celebrate divinity. Instituting the philosopher Saint Sri Jnaneshwar World Peace Prize in 2006 on the lines of the Nobel Peace Prize, and conferring the award on globally renowned saints and personalities, including Mata Amrutanandamayi Devi, Sri Ravi Shankar, Dr. Vijay Bhatkar, among others, in recognition of his simplicity, humility, and undaunted spirit of service to mankind. Kumaraguru Institutions proudly confers the Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Award upon Professor Dr. Vishwanath D. Karad. Kumaraguru Institutions, date 6th April 2024, signed Dr. B. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar, Chairman, Kumaraguru Institutions, Coimbatore. In profound gratitude, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now invite Srimati Vinodini Balasubramaniam onto the dais, please. May I now invite our respected joint correspondent, Sri Shankar Vanavarayar, to honor Professor Dr. Vishwanath D. Kharad with a shawl. May I request our esteemed correspondent, Sri M. Balasubramaniam, to felicitate Professor Kharad with a garland. May I invite Madam Vinodini Balasubramaniam to honor Mrs. Usha V. Kharad. May I request our esteemed chairman, Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar, to confer the prestigious Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Award on Professor Dr. Vishwanath D. Kharad, Founder President, MIT Group of Institutions, Pune. The citation and the plaque is now being presented to Professor Kharad by our esteemed chairman. Thank you, sir. Today marks a significant day at Kumaraguru as we have the honor of hosting a luminary of judicial excellence, Honorable Justice Thiru M.M. Sundaresh from the esteemed Supreme Court of India. Renowned for his remarkable contributions in the legal arena, Honorable Justice has ascended to a position of eminence through merit and dedication. Hailed as an environment-friendly judge, his statement on education reveals a profound perspective demonstrating a deep understanding of its significance. I quote, "Education is not mere imparting of knowledge. It is one's own growth of wisdom, compassion, character, followed by conversion into action that would constitute education," unquote. His esteemed presence serves as a testament to the significance of this occasion, and may we invite you, sir, to address the gathering.
Hero of the day, Professor Dr. Vishwanath D. Kharad. இந்த விழாவின் நாயகன் முனைவர் விஸ்வநாதன் கராட் அவர்களே, மேடம் கராத், ஐயா முனைவர் B.K. கிருஷ்ணராஜ் வானவராயர் அவர்களே, சங்கர் வானவராயன் அவர்களே, டாக்டர் விஜயா எட்வின் கென்னடி அவர்களே, இந்த விழாவுக்கு வருகை தந்திருக்கின்ற திரு வரதராஜன் அவர்களே, திரு S.V. பாலசுப்ரமணியம் அவர்களே, அழகாக ஆங்கிலத்திலே சற்று முன் பேசிச் சென்ற செல்வி சோபனா அவர்களே, இந்த கல்லூரியில் பணிபுரிகின்ற பேராசிரியர் பெருமக்களே, பணியாளர்களே, கடைசியாக எனது அருமை மாணவர்களே, எல்லோருக்கும் எனது காலை வணக்கம். இந்த விழாவுக்கு வருவதற்கு நான் ஒப்புதல் கொடுத்த பொழுது 2 நாட்களுக்கு முன்பு திரு சக்தி பெருமாள் அவர்களிடம் ஒரு செய்தி அனுப்பினேன். விழாவிலேயே நான் தமிழிலே பேச வேண்டுமென்றால் ஆங்கிலத்தில் பேச வேண்டும் என்று அவரிடம் ஒரு கேள்வி எழுப்பினேன். எனக்கு வந்த பதில், நீங்கள் ஆங்கிலத்திலேயே பேசுங்கள், ஏனென்றால் விழா நாயகருக்கும் அவருடைய குடும்பத்திற்கும் தமிழ் தெரியாது என்ற காரணத்தினால். இங்கே வந்த பிறகு இத்தனை மாணவர்களை பார்த்த பிறகு ஐயா கிருஷ்ணராஜ் மாணவர் அவரிடம் மறுபடியும் இந்த வினாவை எழுப்பினேன். அவரிடம் ஒரு வேண்டுகோளை வைத்தேன், ஐயா நான் தமிழ் ஆங்கிலம் இரண்டையும் கலந்து பேசுகிறேன் என்று. என்னுடைய கேள்விக்கு உங்கள் மூலமாக எனக்கு பதில் கொடுத்து விட்டார். நான் தமிழிலே பேச விரும்புவதற்கு இன்னொரு காரணம் உண்டு. நீரறியும் நெருப்பறியும் நிலமறியும் வானறியும் தமிழின் இயல் என்று சொன்ன மனிதன் அந்த மனிதன். அந்த மனிதனுடைய பெருமையை பாராட்டப்படுவதற்காக ஆரம்பித்த இந்த கல்லூரியிலே தமிழ் பேசுவதுதான் சிறப்பு முறை. சங்கர் பேசுகின்ற பொழுது என்னை வாழ்த்துறையிலே என்னுடைய இளமையை பற்றி சொன்னார். வயது முதிர்ந்தாலும் சிலருக்கு இளமை இளமையில் தோற்றம் இருக்கும். அவ்வை பாட்டி அதிகமானை பார்க்க சென்றார். உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், அவைக்கு அதிகமானுக்கு நெல்லிக்கனி அவைக்கு கொடுத்தாள். அந்த அளவுக்கு அவருடைய ஒரு தொடர்பு. அங்கே அதிகனை பார்க்க சென்ற பொழுது ரொம்ப வருத்தமாக அவன் அமர்ந்திருந்தான். அந்த பாட்டி கேட்டாங்க, ஏன் ரொம்ப வருத்தமாக இருக்குன்ட்டு. அவன் சொன்னான், என்னை பற்றி உங்களுக்கு நல்லா தெரியும், போர் என்றால் எதற்கும் நான் பயப்படுவனும் இல்லை. இப்போ தான் போன மாதம்தான் ஒரு சண்டை முடிஞ்சிருக்கு. இப்போ மறுபடியும் பக்கத்தில் இருக்கிற தொண்டைமானியிடம் சண்டை போடுவதற்காக தயாராக இருக்கிறான்ட்டு. என்னுடைய படை வீரர்கள் அதற்கு தயாராக இல்லை. அந்த அம்மா தொண்டைமானை பார்க்க சென்றார்கள். அவன் தெரிஞ்சுட்டான் இந்த அம்மா இதுக்கு வராங்கன்ட்டு. தமிழ் என்றால் மன்னர்களே அடிபடிந்த காலம் அது. அவன் என்ன பண்ணான், அந்த அம்மாவை கூட்டிகிட்டு போய் அப்படியே வாங்கன்னு சுற்றி காமிச்சான். அவனுடைய படைக்கலன்கள்லாம் இருக்கிற இடத்த சுற்றி காமிச்சான். பல பண்ணு கத்தி வேலு அம்பு இதெல்லாம் காமிச்சான். ஆயிரக்கணக்கானமாக அப்படியே அடுக்கி வச்சுருக்காங்க சுத்தமாக. அப்படியே எண்ணெய் போட்டு அப்படியே. அதை பார்த்துட்டு அந்த அம்மா ஒரு அழகான ஒரு பாடல் சொன்னாங்க. இவ்வே பீலி அணிந்து நெய் சூடி கண்முதல் நோன்கால் திருத்தி மாலை அணிந்து கடி உடை வியன் நகர அவ்வே பகைவர் குத்தி கோடு நுதி சிதைந்து கொல்துயரை கொட்டியில மாதே என்றும் இல்லாயின் பதம் கொடுத்து உண்டாயின் உடன் வண்ணும் எல்லோர் ஒக்கல் தலைவன் என் நுதி மாலை என்று சொன்னான். வேல் நுதி மாலை என்று. அந்த பாட்டுக்கு என்ன அர்த்தம்னா, உன்னுடைய படைக்கலெல்லாம் ரொம்ப அழகாக இருக்குது பார்க்குறதுக்கு, பலன்னு அப்படியே இருக்குது இருக்குது. ஆனால் என்னுடைய தலைவன் இருக்கானே அதிகமான், அங்கே போனால் எல்லாம் உடஞ்சி கிடஞ்சி எல்லாம் போய் கொள்ளருடைய பட்டறையில் அப்படியே ரிப்பேரில் வேலை செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்காங்க. அந்த அம்மா என்ன சொன்ன வந்தாங்கன்னா, சண்டை என்பதே தெரியாதவன் நீ, சும்மா ஒரு எக்ஸிபிஷனுக்காக வச்சுருக்கிறதால நீ பலன் இருக்குன்னா யூஸ் பண்ணவே இல்லைன்னு அர்த்தம் அது. ஆனால் அதிகன் அப்படி இல்லை, நூற்றுக்கணக்கான போர்களை பார்த்தவன். அதனால் கொஞ்சம் கேர்ஃபுல்லாக இருந்துக்கணும் அம்மா. நான் சொன்னது இப்போ என்னன்னா, சில பேர்த்துக்கு அறிவு யூஸ் பண்ணலாம் இளமையாக இருப்பாங்க, வேற ஒன்றும் இல்லை. சரி, இந்த விழா எதற்காக இந்த விழா? ஐயாவின் பெருமைகளை பற்றி பேசுவதற்கா, or to speak about the remarkable achievement of the great man before us? வாழ்க்கைக்கு அர்த்தம் கிடையாது. வாழ்க்கை என்பது தன்னை அர்த்தமுள்ளதற்காக நமக்கு கொடுக்கின்ற ஒரு சந்தர்ப்பம். ஐயா அவர்களும் டாக்டர் கராத் அவர்களும் மற்றவர்களுக்கு ஒரு பாடம், நமக்கு ஒரு பாடம். அதை நாம் உணர்வதற்காகத்தான் இந்த விழா. பாராட்டப்படுபவர்கள் நல்லவர்களாக இருக்க வேண்டும். தவறான மனிதர்களை நம்ம பாராட்டக்கூடாது. அப்படி பாராட்டப்படுபவர்களை கண்டு நாமும் அதுபோல ஆக வேண்டும் என்ற எண்ணம் நம் மனதிலே வர வேண்டும். இந்த ரெண்டு தான் முக்கியம். அது ஐயாவோட எனக்கு அதிகம் பழக்கம் இல்லை. ஆனால் ஒரே ஒரு 2 நிகழ்ச்சியை மட்டும் நான் சொல்ல விரும்புகிறேன். என்னுடைய சகோதரரை அவருடைய வீட்டுக்கு ஒரு அழைச்சிருந்தார் ஐயா, பொள்ளாச்சி. கூடவே நானும் என்னுடைய மனைவியாரும் சென்றிருந்தோம். இவ்வளவு பெரிய மனிதன், உயர்ந்த உள்ளம், ஒரு எளிமையான வாழ்க்கை. நாங்கள் போன உடனே எங்களே அந்த அம்மாவும் ஐயாவும் வேறு மற்றவர்கள் யாருடைய உதவி அவங்களே கூட இருந்து எங்களை பார்த்துக்கிட்டாங்க. இரவு அங்கேயே தங்கி இருந்தோம். ஒரு எளிமையான உணவு. காலையிலே அந்த அம்மாவே தோசை எடுத்துகிட்டு கூட எங்களுக்கு கொடுத்தாங்க. இதுதான் நம்ம கற்றுக்க வேண்டியது. ஒரு மனிதனுடைய பொசிஷன் இருந்தாலும் அவன் எப்படி நடந்துக்கிறதா முக்கியம். சிறப்பும் சிறுமையும் சினமும் இல்லார் பெருக்கம் பெருமிதம் நீத்தன்னா. when you achieve a position, when you become like Dr. Karath, you have to imbibe 3 qualities. Do not have anger. Do not have arrogance. Do not have meanness. இந்த 3 தான் முக்கியம். ஐயா அந்த மாதிரி அதுக்கு ஒரு எடுத்துக்காட்டு. ஒரு மனிதனுடைய உயர்வுக்கு என்ன காரணம் நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சொல்லலாம், உழைப்பு, சிந்தனை. எல்லாத்துக்கும் உழைப்பு இருக்குது. மனிதர்கள் நம்ம பொதுவாக 3 விதமாக பிரிக்கலாம். மேன் கேன் பி categorized into 3 different groups. A man with an ordinary mind would talk about other people. You will find he is bad, she is bad. That's one. Ordinary mind, you cannot go beyond. You are a frog in the well. A man endowed with good mind will speak about events. A great mind will think about ideas. These are all the great minds. What do you mean by ideas? Idea என்ன இருக்கு? மற்றவர்களுக்கு செய்ய வேண்டும் என்ற ஒரு உணர்வோடு நீ செய்கின்ற பொழுது அந்த எண்ணம் மாறுபடும். இப்போ ஐயாவாகட்டும், இப்போ டாக்டர் கராத் ஆகட்டும், had they thought about themselves, they would have taken care of their families alone. It is for innate ability to think beyond. அக்பருடைய நண்பர் ஒருத்தர் இருந்தார், தாதுன்னு. அவர்கிட்ட அக்பர் ஒரு கேள்வி கேட்டார். இறைவனுடைய நிறம் என்ன, இறைவனுடைய மொழி என்ன, இறைவனுடைய இனம் என்ன? தாது சொன்னார், இது மூன்றுக்கும் ஒரே பதில், அன்பு. அன்பு ஒன்று தான் ஒரே பதில். அந்த அன்பு நீங்கள் மற்றவர்களை செலுத்துகிற பொழுது தான் நீங்கள் உயர்ந்த மனிதரார்கள். இந்த உலகம் நல்லா இருக்கணுன்ட்டு வருகின்ற பொழுது ஐயா பற்றி ஒரு நூலை படித்து கொண்டிருந்தார். அழகாக தான் சொல்கிறார். அவர் தன்னை பற்றி என்றைக்குமே நினைத்ததில்லை, தன்னுடைய குடும்பத்தை பற்றி மட்டும் நினைத்ததில்லை. இந்த நாட்டை பற்றி நினைத்தார், மனிதர்களை பற்றி நினைத்தார், தமிழனை பற்றி நினைத்தார். இட்ஸ் எ மல்டி ஃபேசட் பர்சனாலிட்டி. அவர் டச் பண்ணாத ஃபீல்டே இல்லை. அவருடைய சிந்தனைகள் மாறுபட்ட சிந்தனைகள். அதெல்லாம் நம்ம நினச்சி பண்ணிருந்தோமே இந்த இந்தியா எவ்வளோ தூரத்துக்கு முன்னேறி இருக்கும். கங்கை, காவிரி, கங்கை, கோதாவரி, யமுனா, மகாநதி எல்லாத்தையும் இணைக்கணும்னு சொன்னார். அதற்காக பாடுபட்டார். இந்தியாவின் ஜனத்தொகை கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணணும் அப்பவே பேசினார். இந்தியா முன்னேற என்ன செய்ய வேண்டுங்கிறத பல கருத்தரங்களை தன்னுடைய கருத்துக்களை பதிவு செய்தார். ஒரு மனிதன் பல்வேறு விதத்திலே பரிமாளிக்க வேண்டும். கம்பன் அழகாக சொல்லுவான், யார் பர்ஃபெக்ட் மேன் அப்படின்னு. ஹூஸ் எ பர்ஃபெக்ட் மேன்? ஷேக்ஸ்பியர் தான் சொல்லுவார். மற்றவர்கள் மேல் கருணை செய்வதில் தாய் போல் இருக்கணும் பார். தாயுடைய அம்புக்கு எதுவுமே இணை கிடையாது. தாய் ஒக்கும் அன்பில். ஒரு காரியத்தை செய்கின்ற பொழுது அதில் கம்ப்ளீட்டாக கான்சன்ட்ரேஷன் இருக்கும். தவம் ஒக்கும் நலம் பிறப்பு. எப்படி மற்றவங்களோட அன்பை எப்படி செலுத்தினா தவம் போல செய்யணும். சேய் ஒக்கும் எனில் ஒல் கதிர் ஒக்கும் நீராலாம். ஒரு நல்ல மகள் வயதான தந்தை தாயை எப்படி பார்த்துக்கணுமோ அது மாதிரி பார்க்கணும். நோய் ஒக்கும் எனில் மருந்து ஒக்கும். ஒரு டாக்டர், ஒரு டியூட்டிஃபுல் டாக்டர் எப்படி ஒரு பேஷண்ட்டை பார்க்குற மாதிரி பார்க்கணும். அதுக்கு அவனுடைய நோய்க்கு நீ மருந்தாக வேண்டும். இதெல்லாம் என்ன வேணும்னா நல்ல கல்வி வேண்டும். இதெல்லாம் சேர்ந்தவன் தான் ஒரு நல்ல மனிதன். நான் ஐயா பார்க்குறப்போ அங்கே தான் எனக்கு ஞாபகம் வரும். எப்பொழுதும் மற்றவர்களை பற்றி ஒரு சிந்தனை. இன்றைக்கி நான் ஒரு நீதிபதியாக ஓரளவுக்கு நான் பணி செய்கிறேன் என்றால் அதற்கு ஒரு முக்கிய காரணம் ஐயா. இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியில் நான் பதிவு செய்ய விரும்புகிறேன். 2009 மார்ச் 31 நான் நீதிபதியானேன். என்னோடு சேர்ந்து ஒரு 14 நீதிபதிகள் பதவியேற்றார்கள். பதவியேற்று 2-3 நாள்களுக்கு கழித்து எங்கள் எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஒரு பார்சல் வந்தது. ஐயா பேர் போட்டு. அந்த பார்சலை எடுத்து பார்த்தா ஒரு அருமையான ஒரு புக்கு, ரொம்ப மிகச்சிறந்த ஒரு ஒரு நூல். அது திருக்குறள் பை டாக்டர் எஸ்எம் டயஸ். அது ஐயா தான் அதை பதிப்பிச்சிருக்காங்க. அது எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஃப்ரீயாக காப்பி போட்டு அனுப்பிச்சிருந்தார். நான் உண்மையாக சொல்ல போனோம்னா அந்த புத்தகத்தை படித்த பிறகு தான் எனக்குள்ளே ஒரு பெரிய மாற்றம் ஏற்படுது. நீங்கள்லாம் அதை வாங்கி படிக்கணும் அந்த புக்கை. நான் என்ன பண்ணேன், கொஞ்ச நாள் கழித்து தமிழகத்தில் இருக்கிற அத்தனை சக நீதிபதிகளுக்கும் அந்த புக்கு வந்து எங்கள் ஜுடிஷியல் அகாடமி இருக்குது, அது மூலமாக வாங்கி எல்லாத்தையும் படிக்க சொல்லி அனுப்பிச்சேன். அதை ஏன் அவர் அனுப்பிச்சார் அப்படின்னா, ஒரு பொதுநலம். நீதிபதிகள் தங்களுடைய கடமையை சரிவர செய்ய வேண்டும் என்பவருடைய ஒரு தியாக உள்ளம். அவருடைய அந்த எண்ணத்தினால தான் நீங்களாம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸாக வந்திருக்கீங்க. நீங்கள் ஷேக்ஸ்பியர் அழகாக சொல்லுவார், இஸ் லைஃப் வாஸ் so gentle and the elements so mixed in him that the nature might stand up and tell all the world, this was the man. Ayya was the man, and so also Dr. Karad. Educational institutions. Dr. Karatha பற்றி நான் நிறைய படித்தேன். I read the profile about him. What is education? சும்மா நம்ம புக்கை படித்து நம்ம இருக்கிற சயின்ஸ் மேக்ஸ் அதை மட்டும் படித்து நம்ம இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜோ மெடிக்கல் காலேஜோ போகிறது மட்டும் எஜுகேஷன் கிடையாது. 2 things are important. 2 விஷயம் நம்ம முக்கியம். One is knowledge, another is character. இந்த 2 நமக்கு முக்கியம். இது 2 சேர்ந்து வரணும். கேரக்டர் இல்லாத நாலேஜ் இஸ் டேஞ்சரஸ் அண்ட் ஆல்சோ த சேம் அதர் வே. டாக்டர் கராத் என்ன செஞ்சுருக்காருன்னா, வேல்யூ பேஸ்ட் எஜுகேஷன், இதுதான் ஐயா சொல்லியிருக்கார். அடிப்படையில் நம்ம நல்ல மனிதர்களாக இருக்கணும். நம்ம இதை படிச்சுட்டு நம்ம எல்லாம் தெரிஞ்ச மாதிரி நினச்சக்கூடாது. கடைசி வரைக்கும் அந்த படிப்பு தொடரணும், ஒரு தேடல் இருக்கணும். ஐயா பற்றி டாக்டர் அப்துல் கலாம் சொல்லியிருக்கார். ஐயாவுடைய கடைசி காலத்தில் டாக்டர் அப்துல் கலாம் பார்ப்ப, நீங்கள் அடுத்து என்ன பண்ண போகிறீங்கன்னா, அடுத்தது நான் சங்க நூல்களை நான் படிக்க போகிறேன்னார். அதில் அப்துல் கலாம் சொல்லியிருக்கார், இந்த வயதில் இவர் சங்க நூலில் படிக்கிறான்னா அப்போ நாமளும் நிறுத்தாமல் இன்னும் தொண்டு செய்யணும் அப்படின்னு முடிவு பண்ணார். அந்த தேடல் தொடர்ந்துகிட்டே இருக்கணும். நீங்கள் எதுவுமே ஒரு சின்ன வட்டத்துக்குள்ளே மாட்டாதீங்க. வில் டியூரன் அழகாக சொல்லுவான், எஜுகேஷன் இஸ் அ ப்ராக்ரெசிவ் டிஸ்கவரி ஆஃப் ஒன்ஸ் ஓன் இக்னரன்ஸ்மா. அதெல்லாம் புது விஷயம் இல்லை. 1000 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி நம்ம வள்ளுவன் சொன்னதான். கட்டணை தூறு மணற்கேணி மாந்தற்கு தொட்டனை தூறும் அறிவுன்னு. எப்படி ஒரு மண் கிணத்தை தோண்ட 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 ஊற்று வருமோ அது மாதிரி தான் அறிவு. அறிவை வளர்த்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். அந்த அறிவை மற்றவர்களுக்காக பயன்படுத்துங்கள். டாக்டர் கராத் போல, ஐயா அருட்செல்வர் போல இன்னும் பலர் உங்களிடையே இருந்து வர வேண்டும், வருவீர்கள் என்று கூறி இந்த வாய்ப்புக்கு நன்றி கூறி விடைபெறுகிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, sir. Your felicitations added an unparalleled significance to the occasion, elevating the recognition bestowed upon Professor Karad. Mikka Nandri Ayya. As we celebrate the excellence and achievement of Professor Dr. Vishwanath T. Karad, this is an occasion that marks not only the recognition of his outstanding accomplishments, but also an opportunity for us to glean insights from his remarkable journey. It is our honor to invite you, sir, to share your reflections on being bestowed with Arutchelvar Dr. Mahalingam Award.
What a good fortune for me when I stand before you in this august gathering after I had the fortune to really experience the divinity and the very blessings of this great human being, a very great noble soul which has created this campus, Dr. N. Mahalingam ji, and the esteemed guest of today's function, Honorable Justice N.M. Sundaresh ji, Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj, Sri Balasubramaniam ji, Shankar, difficult to pronounce, and all the learned scholars, thinkers, philosophers sitting in the first row, my esteemed students community, and the teaching faculty, very learned, very educated, scholars and thinkers, especially sitting on the dais, I must express my feelings of gratitude for expressing the very unique and the wonderful words of praise for my work, a little work which was exhibited to you through this system of new era. Friends, let me honestly first make a humble statement that I am not the maker, I am not the doer, I am just an instrument having the blessings of the great philosopher saint Sri Jnaneshwara and all the great saints and sages of Mother India and the entire world, who has given me the blessings to do some contribution. And let me confess, I think the chairman said to you that how come that I have come all the way from Pune to receive this prize. My daughter Swati Chate is instrumental. But basically, let me tell you, when I heard about this family of Mangalam Sahab and its devotion and dedication, the insight and the vision which he possessed and had all the time in his lifetime, being a highly spiritually oriented gentleman, devoting his entire life for the cause of well-being of the mankind. Whenever I read that his most important ideal in his life was Rashtrapita Mahatma Gandhi, I am just trying to tell you, friends, it was in the year 1998, when I had the fortune of visiting Switzerland for the second World Parliament of Science, Religion and Philosophy. Some or the other, I must tell you friends that it was told to you that I come from a very small farmer's family. I do not know who showed that path. But I am a believer now as an engineer, as a man of particle physics. I do understand what is Google, what is Facebook, what is the new modern technology which has been developed, which makes us correct each other, which proves the words spoken by the great saints and sages of India, from Kanakdas, Purandardas to Sant Dhyaneshwar to Albert Einstein. I am taking the extreme name, but I must tell you my own identity. I never wanted to be an engineer myself. And see the fun. I don't want to elaborate much about this, but I became an engineer. I became a professor, started teaching particle physics, IT and computer, started understanding what is the Google and Facebook, and being a Vaishnavite from Arutchelvar family, a follower of great philosopher saint of India, Sant Dhyaneshwara, who symbolizes the knowledge divine in one word. And being an engineer and being a Vaishnavite, I could understand the very essence and philosophy behind these words. Become a teacher, a good teacher, not a bad teacher that time. And when I wrote this article, I still remember in the year 1996, for the first time, when I was reading Einstein's equations like E equal to mc square, and when I was reading Jnaneshwari or Bhagavad Gita, I found that it is exactly revealing the same essence and philosophy. We say the ultimate reality, Om Namoji Adya in Marathi, Veda Pratipadya, Jaya Jaya Swasamvedya Atma Rupa. Jnaneshwara says the entire universe is a manifestation of pure intelligence and consciousness. What is the ultimate reality? What is the ultimate truth? What is meant by God? And there is a statement, each and every smallest of the small particle of the universe, Brahman ki baat karte hain, is conscious, is real, it is the ultimate. I was really shocked. How can a boy of 16 years old, boy of Sant Dhyaneshwara, is describing the very true nature of the universe, and which has been repeated by the same great philosopher saint again, Schrodinger, Penrose, Einstein, so many names you can take. And everyone speaks the same language. And the beauty is that this very Indian culture, the tradition, the philosophy, which symbolizes again what religion stands for. Religion, as said by the chairman, Swami Vivekananda's words are, these words what I am speaking to, it's not my original one. But when he says that the friends remember in the Parliament of World Religions, Chicago, 11 September 1893, just think it. Your own brother, your own elder gentleman who can guide the whole world, he says in that conference, the first conference ever held, the first World Parliament of Religion, Chicago. And when he says to the whole world community at that time that the union of science and religion, oblique spirituality alone will help to bring harmony and peace to mankind. These are the words spoken by him. But further he said, that time we were all under the clutches of the British. And he says, friends, remember, it is much better to run after a football on the ground than only to read Gita or the other scriptures in the church or a temple. See the beautiful message which he gave. But further he has said that time, remember friends, give me a few men with the muscles of iron and nerves of steel, and I'll change the face of Mother India and the whole world. And I was really surprised. And since that time, along with this great philosopher sent of India, Sant Dhaneshwara, Swami Vivekananda became my hero of my life. And I can never forget those 7 books wherein he speaks about the very word Om. Om, this is the mechanism. The mouth is a mechanism, is a system, about which he says, when you utter Om, the mechanism, you have to open the mouth, blow the air, and close down the lips. It's a complete process of pronunciation. But this is common for the whole human race. It is no way different. So what is the body and the brain, and what is the soul or the spirit and the mind? And the question has been asked, what is the chemistry of mind? Is the chemistry of mind known to us? मजे की बात है, मन थोड़ा चंचल होता है. The mind is little bit very hectic to understand, but the soul is stable. दिल की बात और मन की बात. Somebody may call this, and possibly friends, today especially I came here to bow down and salute at this gentleman's feet. He was 92, as I learned from, and he passed away on 2nd of October. See the deep faith and belief and the unique, humble nature of this gentleman. It's a divine soul, let me tell you honestly. And only for bowing down and getting his blessings, I have come here. It's not to advise, preach. No advice or no teaching, but there is an appeal. Now, just this month after 8 days, I have another fortune of having the conference at Oxford in UK. And we are trying to suggest to the whole world, let me tell you friends, the reason is simple. For the first time in the history again, we have faced the First World War, the Second World War, but the war which you faced before 2 years about the COVID-19, coronavirus. Just understand. I still remember I was writing some article and the news came on the TV, बहुत बड़ी महामारी आने वाली है. A very great danger, a risk, creating a fear of death is going to loom around, and please close down your doors. 2 years we were sitting behind the doors. All the temples, mosques, the churches, everything was closed. What was the reason? The reason is very simple, that invisible virus which came out from China, Wuhan laboratory, which had only about 25 to 30% strength of the origin. Was it a natural one or was it a man-made one? We have to think. We are all students or staff or engineers, doctors, men of science, men of religion. Who is going to find the solution? If it comes out with a higher strength, what will happen to us? What is the future of the human race? And from that angle, let me tell you friends, when this dome itself was created, for the first time again, who are those statues? I think somebody told you and shown you something. But those statues are the men of history. They have met the history of mankind. Somebody is from Jesus Christ, somebody is from great Gautam Buddha, Guru Nanak, Kanakdas, Purandardas, Sant Jnaneshwara, Sant Tukaram, Einstein, Newton, Aristotle, Socrates, Plato, Kant, Hegel. You take the names. They are the makers of the history of mankind. But they never came in a common platform. And for the first time again in the human history, I had the fortune and my colleague had the fortune to establish this, what is called as not the biggest dome is not important. Biggest dome is simple comparatively. No planner, no designer, no architect, it's also true. I am that mad person standing before you without qualification. But it has been evolved because India has a role to play. And this was stated by Swami Vivekananda again in 1893. He says, in the 21st century and thereafter, my mother India will emerge as a knowledge code of the whole world and will show the pathway for peace and harmony to the entire world. That time has come. That's why today I'm talking to my teachers and students. What is your duty and my duty? To make this Mother India a Vishwaguru. But by saying it will never happen. If some political leader says, it may have a different connotation at all. But possibly it is the duty of you and me, the men of education, men of devotion, dedication, culture. You take all names. And as I said to you again, religion is nothing but to perform your duty. Duty towards your mother, the father, the family, the society, the nation, and the whole world. The entire world. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. World as one family. This is the words of wisdom which possibly your founder was walking throughout his life. And only because of this very unique fortune for me to come and meet the Justice Surendran Sahab and other people, meet you all, possibly understand each other and understand our duty as an Indian, but meant for doing something good for the human race. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you.
Sir, your dedication and passion resonate deeply, and the humility you exuded throughout your speech is a great source of inspiration for all of us, especially the student community. Thank you very much, Professor, for your words of wisdom. Moving forward, as a gesture of our gratitude, may we request our respected Chairman, Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar, to present a memento to our Chief Guest, Honorable Justice Thiru M.M. Sundaresh. Thank you, sir. As we come to the conclusion of this memorable occasion, to express our heartfelt gratitude to all who have made it possible to celebrate excellence and achievement in such a meaningful way today, may I request Dr. Vigila Kennedy, Principal, Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science, to propose the vote of thanks.
Respected dignitaries, esteemed guests, on behalf of Kumaraguru institutions, I extend my deep appreciation to each one of you for gracing us with your presence at this prestigious Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Award Ceremony 2024. It is truly an honor to have such distinguished personalities amongst us today. First and foremost, a very special word of thanks to our esteemed chief guest, Honorable Justice Sundaresh, who is here with us today, for honoring us with your presence and also sharing your words of wisdom. You reminded us today how our responsibilities are important for the nation. You reminded us as leaders what we should do, also what we should not do. You also reminded us as an institution, we are there to solve the problems of the world, to extend beyond ourselves, and to make sure that the nation and the country moves forward. We are truly honored that you are here. You traveled all the way from Delhi to spend time with us, and we extend our heartfelt gratitude and our thanks to you, sir. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad, Founder President of MIT Group of Institutions, for graciously accepting the prestigious Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Award. We thank you for accepting and being here today, and we are deeply moved by your unwavering commitment to global harmony, value-based education, and human welfare, which are truly inspiring. We are impressed how you connect from particle physics to divinity, to global peace, to nation building. You have led an inspiring life, sir, and I'm sure that as educationists, as teachers, as faculty members, we are inspired how we should move forward from teaching in a small circle to make an impact in the nation and in the globe. We are truly honored that you accepted our award, and we are privileged that you are the recipient of this award for 2024. We are also very happy and honored to have Srimati Usha Karad with us. Thank you, madam, for being here with us. I'm sure that you have been a true pillar of support for sir in building this institution and also being a true transformer of the nation. Thank you very much for being with us here. We are immensely grateful to our chairman, Dr. B.K. Krishnaraj Vanavarayar, for presiding over this occasion with your esteemed presence. Sir, your vision for fostering excellence and building character in the youth of the nation was again reminded today. And we were reminded how character is life, is something that should be imbibed in us. And we thank you for being a visionary leader and encouraging the youth of the nation to be nation builders and to be built with character and ethics and values. We thank you for being here. Our thanks to Sri Balasubramaniam, correspondent of Kumaraguru Institutions, and Sri Shankar Vanavaraya, joint correspondent of the Kumaraguru Institutions, for your presence here. Your leadership has been instrumental in shaping Kumaraguru Institutions, and you have inspired many youth, many faculty members, many systems here, education system, and you have made Kumaraguru Institutions a beacon of knowledge and innovation. We thank you for being here and gracing this occasion. A special thanks to all the invited guests who are here, special guests, specifically to mention Dr. A.V. Varadarajan, our past awardee of Dr. N.M. Arutchelvar Dr. N.M. Mahalingam Award. Our special thanks to Dr. Thangavelu, Chairman of PPG Group, A special thanks to Mr. S.V. Balasubramaniam, Chairman of Banariamman Group of Institutions. My special thanks to all the family members of Professor Karad who has traveled all the way from Pune and who are here, and also to all the senior administrators from MIT Group of Institutions. My thanks to all the family members of Arutchelvar who are here today to grace this occasion. We truly appreciate your presence and your engagement in the Kumaraguru institutions. It is an honor to have the family here with us, with your presence and with your blessings. Our thanks to all the faculty members, students, all the other invitees who are here, and also a special thanks to the organizing committee for making this an impactful event. As we close this event, may we all be inspired to be instrumental, just as Professor Karad said, in leading change and in actioning the vision of building a greater, better, stronger India, following the footsteps of our beloved founder and visionary, Arutchelvar, Dr. N. Mahalingam Ayya. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear audience, we now present a glimpse of today's momentous occasion, Arutchelvar Dr. N. Mahalingam Award Ceremony 2024 to you. Thank you, communications team, for your exceptional video. Moving on, may I request everyone to please rise for the national anthem.
जनहन मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Ladies and gentlemen and dear students, as we depart from this gathering, let us carry with us the spirit of excellence, innovation and compassion that has permeated every moment of the ceremony. Thank you once again, and the students are requested to be seated in the auditorium. The students may proceed to your classrooms after the guests move from the auditorium. Students are requested to be inside the auditorium, please. Faculty and students are requested to remain seated for a while.